Are you tired of being a fucking loser? Do you want to start pumping like the GigaChad gamer you were born to be? Well shit, son. You've come to the right place. In this video, I'll be showing you the best build for every class in Diablo 4, so you don't have to keep playing any shitty builds no more. These builds are created by the top creators in this game, myself included of course, and tested by me. I'll break down how they work and where you can find their build guides. But before we get started, what is a good build in Diablo 4? Well, currently, there are 3 endgame activities: Tier 100s, boss killing, and soon, the Gauntlet. The Gauntlet, however, looks to be an old Tier 70, which is basically a Tier 100 currently, so there shouldn't be much of a difference between there unless they change that. Alright, let's start with the shit-smelling Barbarian now. It's the top dog of Season 3, sniffing assholes like there's no tomorrow. The Barbarian has a ton of insane builds this season, but the winner is the Charge Hota Hybrid. While Pure Charge and Hota Barbarian builds deal way higher damage, it's simply not necessary currently since it one-shots everything in the game and the speed is insane. The build works by stacking overpower and different sources of obtaining overpowers. For speed clearing, it constantly resets and uses charge, while still having Hota for one-shot wombo comboing elites and bosses. There are a shit ton of different variations of this particular build, while my favorite one uses Iron Skin for defensives, Shouts to reset cooldowns, and Wrath of the Berserker for big dam. Charge also has inherently good damage and can easily hit for up to 1 billion with the correct stats. Hota, on the other hand, hits like a goddamn truck as long as you scale Maximum Fury, receiving multiplicative bonus damage from Max Fury. It's also able to create overpowers from spending Fury, getting the full benefit from the Unbridled Rage Key passive. Next, we have the sneaky little bastard, the Rogue. While the big daddy of rogue builds has always been the Twisting Blades, this build has seen huge nerfs both to Twisting Blades and a hotfix of poison imbuement that was previously bugged. Therefore, we are forced to throw this build in the fucking trash and pick another one. The build that is currently the strongest is the Penetrating Shot build. This build works by stacking critical strike damage along with using the key passive precision for big dam. Funnily enough, this passive is also getting buffed in the mid-season patch. The AoE clear of this build is absolutely amazing by exploding all over enemies with shadow imbuement. It also has a way of resetting the shadow imbuments in the Paragon board using the Night Stalker glyph, making the clearing speed fast as heck. There are also a ton of different variations of this build, while some are using rapid fire for killing bosses, and some go the true GigaChad route and play pure penetrating shot. Yeah, I may be a bit biased, since that's what I'm running. I would also like to give an honorable mention to all the Barrage homies are there. With the mid-season patch, you'll be getting a huge buff with the new aspect, possibly making Barrage a contender. Next, we have the Fatwood Chopper, aka the Druid. My personal favorite before it got absolutely dumpstered. Now, while Lightning Storm has higher damage and AoE, it lacks severely in mobility. My current top pick, therefore, goes to the Shred build. Goblin Inc. has a great build here. While it doesn't have as much damage as Lightning Storm, it gets a no cooldown teleport from the skill tree. It uses this to zippety zap through enemies, gaining near unlimited mobility while still showing respectable damage. While doing this, you also get a free aimbot from the Blurred Beast aspect as long as you're poisoning enemies, which you can easily do by speccing correctly in the skill tree. And now, we have the Hocus Pocus class, also known as the worst class in Diablo 4, the Sorcerer. Yeah, I said it. Sue me, you bitch. Sorc had one season of being good with the big balls builds, but unfortunately they had to eat shit after that. The best build currently is, in my opinion, the Arc Lash build. Not only is this getting a huge buff in the mid-season patch, but it's also the fastest build in the game, and it's not even close. Just look at this shit. It's definitely going to be a beast in the gauntlet. When combined with a shit ton of attack speed, as well as the flicker step boots to reduce the ultimate cooldown, you can keep spamming unlimited teleports and ultimates. A pretty neat build. And lastly, the the Necromancer. This is the class I've played the least so far, forcing me to do a lot of research on this class. Long and intense nights in front of the computer lead me to this. What I ended up with is the same as every goddamn season. The best being the Bone Spear Necromancer. It's actually a pretty damn fun build. Basically a sorcerer with a huge boner. The build works by stacking max essence, allowing it to get unlimited crits as well as a multiplicative damage scaling. Whenever you're able to bounce your boner against a wall, the boner returns to you, dealing increased damage. Well, shit, son, hopefully you found a build here that you can try out. If you don't agree with me, then you can go fuck yourself. See you in the next one, Legends.